All right, sorry I didn't get a chance to react to this yesterday, but I'm doing it right now, and I'm just only doing like one or two clips. But basically, I want to react to this video from Raquel. Well, it's been a while since she did an interview, so I'm gonna go ahead and just react to these clips where she's speaking about Liv and Dom and her relationship with Rhea and whatnot. If y'all want to subscribe to the Wrestling Classic, feel free. We're gonna go ahead and get started with these clips. So we're gonna start with the first clip. And I believe this is the one where she talked about, her relationship with Liv Morgan and whatnot. So let's get started.
On the road with Liv and Dom. So what has it been like working with Liv and Dom? How is that experience, and has it just made things a little bit more fun for you?
Oh, 100%. Like I could not have come back in a better position because I love Liv. We were put into this tag team a couple of years ago, and we were like, us? Oh, okay, cool. And neither of us were like super close at the time. She had her friends in her group, and I kind of did my own thing. But we worked really well together, and we knew that. And then we were given this position to be tag team partners, and we were like, yeah, let's run with it, let's do it. And we just sort of started to build this like really fun friendship relationship that has just blossomed into so much more. I know she says it a lot, and I say it too. She's like a sister to me. I absolutely love being around her and her energy. I feel like we bring out the best in each other, whether we're at home relaxing or just hanging out, or we're on the road and we're trying to figure out what it is we're going to want to accomplish on Monday Night Raw. Like we really do push each other to set goals, and she pushes me to be my absolute best. I have noticed in myself, and just like through pictures and stuff like that, like being part of this group, being a part of Liv and Dom has made me want to elevate my game even more. And that's kind of like shown a little bit through my fashion choices and through the way that I'm like acting now. And so like having Dom there too, Dom has always been like this distant cousin that I've known has been there. I mean, we're not related, right? But that's how I see him. He's like my distant cousin. And now like, okay,
She got the distant part right.
we're getting closer because now me and this cousin have moved closer, and so our families are closer. And just like having him there and joking around with him, and his personality is just so great.
Personality great.
I absolutely love it. I'm having the best time. I really am. So like everything you guys are seeing on social media is like real.
Yeah, you got to keep posting those POVs. They're great, and the
I
combination of coming back and being part of the Judgment Day, and then also on the flip side, like it's a new era in WWE. It's like we're seeing a lot more of your personality. So
No, I disagree with you, sir. We haven't been seeing her personality. I mean, the woman barely talks, and even if she does talk, I would hope that she don't get booed just because she's heel. I mean, but she hasn't spoke. I mean, the only time she speak is when it's backstage. But other than that, we barely get the chance to see her personality because of Liv Morgan and this Dom movement. But hopefully that we'll see it soon. But right now we haven't seen it. But so I disagree with him on that. But that's just because based off of what I see on television.
it has been super cool. You've had 3 partners you won the women's tag team titles with. Obviously on NXT, there was Dakota Kai, which was your first partner in crime. You won the tag titles with Liv Morgan on a few occasions, and you won them with Aaliyah. If you could say something about each partner, what makes them unique and different as a partner to you, and something nice about them, what would you say?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would definitely say for Dakota Kai, she has like what's the word? Like unseen talent. I think like she brings such a different level to every match that she's in, and it's always like her with Lyra this past Monday. Oh my gosh. Mind blowing, mind blowing. And I think people forget how amazingly good she is. But Dakota Kai just has so much equity behind her and so much um just like raw talent that I just love. I love that about her. And she's so easy to work with, so kind. Like one of the best tag team partners that I could have been put with from the very beginning. She really did help me step out of my box when I started out in NXT. So I have so much love for Dakota.
Yeah, I do agree with her. She do have some unseen talent that she need to show on television, but and salute to Lyra and Dakota for that match that happened on Netflix and on Raw. But however, I mean that's why there might be a possibility she might go solo, just because most of the members of Damage Control are injured, and the only person that's not is Io Sky and former member Bailey. So I don't know if she's gonna go solo, but I think she needs to. But I don't know. I mean, it's my opinion. I mean, she could stay with Io Sky, but I do believe that there's a possibility she might go solo, but we'll see.
Aaliyah too. Oh my God, Aaliyah's just a little package of like this fun, like exciting little package. You know what I mean? Like she's a tiny little thing, but she's like dynamite. She just brings like explosions with everything she does, and she's so expressive and entertaining and exciting. And I absolutely love her because even just getting to hang out with her, it's just always laughs with Aaliyah, and I love her so much. I'm so excited for what the future holds for her.
Yeah, I do agree. I do miss Aaliyah. I wish she would come back, just because I miss when those two were tag team partners. I really do. It's just a shame they released her, but, of course, business, man. But I wish she would come back. I wish her and CJ Perry would come back, because then that way we got ourselves a tag team. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like Leah, Raquel, Liv Morgan, CJ Perry. Like that would have been a great friction. You know what I mean? But yeah, that would have been a great friction right there. I don't know what you would name the group, but that would be definitely great. Just because of the chemistry. But I don't know, maybe that's down the road. But I wish she would come back. I miss her every day. But I do follow her on Instagram, so if you guys want to follow her, I'll put the screenshot at the end of the video. But yeah, I do miss her though. I really do. But she holding herself down though. I'll say that.
And then of course Liv, my sister. Like, what can I not say about Liv? She's inspired me in so many ways. She's so talented. She's so dedicated to her craft. She absolutely loves and dedicates her entire life to wrestling. Like, I cannot say more about Liv Morgan and her passion for this. As you guys have probably seen this past year, like there's a reason she is number one in our women's division. There's a reason that she is the face of our women's division, because she exudes the passion that all of us should have. And just like she exudes superstar. She is a superstar. She's a big superstar. And so like being around her, she just inspires me so much and pushes me to do my very best. And so I'm just so grateful I had to have all these amazing partners. But like, yeah, it's just been a fun ride for sure.
Okay, now let me respond to the Liv Morgan comments. Now, listen, I mean, Raquel, I listen. I agree with you on some things about Liv Morgan, right? I do agree that she is passionate about the business. I do agree that she was number one last year in those 5 months, but just remember that was those 5 months. Can she be number one this year? Because right now, Rhea Ripley is number one in the face of WWE at the moment. And sooner or later, it's going to be Tiffany Stratton as well. So if we're going to talk about face, unfortunately, it's Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan could have been the face if she would have did what I asked, and that was to fight battles by herself. Notice how she hasn't been getting any bookings since Raw Netflix special on that, January the 6th. So I don't know how Liv Morgan could be on top again, but only thing I hope for is that if she's going to be on top again, then something has to change. Rather it's her surroundings, and rather is the skills that she has in the ring. Because like I said, I'm waiting for her to get back in that ring, but it seems to me like we have to wait till the Royal Rumble in order for us to do that, which is not fair, because I expect more talent from Liv Morgan. But we haven't seen that. Rhea doesn't even have any competition. Yeah, you saw Bayley and Nia Jax, but they're SmackDown superstars. Or unless they get drafted, we're never going to see any competition right now. I mean, Rhea doesn't have any competition at the moment. Who's going to chase her for the title? Who's going to face her? Because right now, it seems to me like we got to wait till the Royal Rumble. No, not the Royal Rumble. WrestleMania in order for us to see. I think predictions are saying that it's going to be Io Sky, which means she might win the Royal Rumble. But what about you? What about Liv Morgan? Is she going to win the Royal Rumble? Are you going to win the Royal Rumble? What's going to happen? Because right now, we haven't seen any promos. So y'all so focused on Dom that y'all not even focusing on y'all careers of chasing the title, which I don't understand. I think it's kind of strange that right now they're focusing on the men but not the women. So how can you take the crab serious when the crab hasn't been even shown? It was only shown last year. So these are just questions, and like I said, I'm just asking. But we're going to go ahead and get to the next clip where she talks about Rhea Ripley So we're going to go ahead and get started with that because I do want to react to her commentary about that. So we're going to go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and waste no time. And we're going to go ahead and get to this clip. So let's get started.
Rhea Ripley on the show. And I asked her, I asked her about her all the people she had matching tattoos with, and your name came up a handful of times.
Well,
I know you guys were friends.
Did she tell you who took her to get her first tattoo?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, it's funny how she doesn't mention that, isn't it?
So you talked her into getting her first tattoo?
Yeah, I talked her into it, and then I got one too at the time too, but I'd already had a few, and I was like, I'll go first because she's like, oh, I'm scared it's gonna hurt, and I was like, I'll go first. I'll show you how to be a tough guy. So like, if she ever tries to say anything about her tattoos again, just remind her who took you to get your first tattoo and who showed you how to be tough when you're getting those tattoos.
Look at her now; she's got tattoos all over.
Again, people, you're welcome. I have provided so much for you already. You're welcome.
The Raquel influence. That being said, like, what is it like working with Rhea? You guys obviously feud on NXT. Now you guys got to have a little bit of a feud here on the main roster while she was feuding with Liv. You have the street fight. You guys, it's like a never-ending rivalry between you two.
Yeah, it's honestly like I look at Rhea kind of like I look at my real life sister, which is also a never-ending rivalry, because that's just what sisters do.
Okay, she's not playing kayfabe like Liv and Dom. That's good. The good thing is she's keeping it real, so I'm happy about that. One thing I love about Raquel is that she keeps it real. You know what I mean? Like, she's not hiding anything. She's not being behind the curtain. She's not being behind the mask. She's like keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? She's letting everybody know that, hey, me and Rhea are cool. We are like fam. It's just that, when we're in front of that camera, we hate each other. But behind the scenes, we're cool. We keep in touch, and that's good. Because Liv and Dom would not do that. They would most likely say, nah, we ain't cool like that. And it's just like, okay, well, Raquel is confirming that, she's cool with Rhea. So, look, this is to me, this is like her first interview because I haven't really hear her actually do an English interview. The only English interview I've seen was like a couple years ago when she was on the news. But however, this is good. Shout out to the Wrestling Classic for putting her on here. But we're gonna keep going. So let's go ahead and keep going. But shout out to Raquel for keeping it real, though.
We fight, we make up, we fight, we make up, we fight, we make up. But at the end of the day, they're always there. But yeah, Rhea's just come such a long way on her own as a superstar in Judgment Day, as this megastar that she is today. And so like working with her is always going to be a pleasure of mine. Like, I'm so grateful that I get to have the opportunity to step into the ring with someone so young, but so knowledgeable and so creative and so just in her own. And so I think that's really, really cool. Why Rhea gets to be in this position and represent a different group of women as well. And I think that's what I love too, is that like you see all of these women that we've just talked about, Dakota, Aaliyah, Liv, Rhea, myself, we all look completely differently and we're all going after the same thing and we all have these different attributes. But at the end of the day, we can all go out there and we can create some kind of magic. And that I think has to do with the personalities of the people, of the way that we mix. And I love that. And so like, yeah, getting to work with Rhea, of course, it's always a pleasure. She's Rhea Ripley,
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. And so when we don't, yeah, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, when we don't get along, you have to say those are some fun matches.
And it is cool. We see a lot of you against someone a little bit smaller, but to see you against someone that's almost the same size as you, and it's like two Glamazons going at it.
Yeah,
it's always something special.
Yeah, and I think for her too, it's kind of the same thing, because she's like so much bigger compared to a lot of the other females. But then getting into the ring with me, and I'm the one throwing her around, and I'm the one catching her, and I'm the one doing all these things to her. So I think it's always fun to have that mix up for us.
I agree with that, but however, the people online don't agree with that. It's usually the other way around. Like Rhea's the one tossing you around, even though you're a big woman. No disrespect, but it does kind of look embarrassing when it don't make it look like you're the powerful woman when you're the one that's bigger than her and stronger than her. But hey, the people don't see that. They see her as the strongest and you the weakest. When I don't think that's the case. They both work out together, so they should have the same strength. But I feel like Raquel is much stronger than Rhea, in my opinion. So it's just the problem is WWE want to make Rhea look good and make Raquel look mid, and I don't work with that. That's why I'm speaking my voice louder to say that Raquel is the best and Rhea, she's the face. So let's get back.
Is there a match you haven't had yet that you really want to have with someone?
Yeah, I mean, I really want to step into the ring with Bianca Belair. I've only had little tastes of Bianca, whether that be in like a tag match or in War Games. Of course, we had a little bit of interaction there, but I have yet to have a full-blown singles match with Bianca Belair, and I just would love to step into the ring with the EST and show her what I got. I feel like she's not looking at me. Bianca, look at me. I want some.
Yeah, and even with the size difference, we know how strong she is. So
yeah, and that's always like the thing too, is like, we look for girls that are kind of comparable in size just to have that different power.
Oh, damn, I cut that part out. My bad. But you get the gist, you know what I mean? I do like to see Bianca Belair versus Raquel Rodriguez, but the only way we can get that is if, we get some more bookings for Raquel and Liv Morgan. Maybe if they get drafted to SmackDown, they might get that booking. But however, you never know. I mean, Bianca might get drafted. You never know. But the bottom line is this. I want Raquel to get her shine. And the only way I can see that is if she win the Intercontinental Championship. But salute to the Wrestling Classic. I'm glad they did an interview with her. I really love that interview. I love how passionate she was. I love how caring she was. I love how she gave everybody props, even the ones that she was supposed to be beefing with and the ones she is beefing with. She said nothing but positive. She gave nothing but positive energy to her friends and enemies. So I like how she kept it 100. I like how she kept it real. Didn't hide nothing. Didn't turn that kayfabe on like Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. I love how I just love how honest she is, and that's why I love her. As an entertainer, as a wrestler, just because of the passion. You know what I mean? And you could say that because she's not in superstar level, but the fact that she keep it real and didn't hide nothing, I mean, it's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else that we expect from her, but what I wanted the expectation to be is her going after the Intercontinental Championship against Lyra. Hopefully we'll see that, but right now she's caught up with Liv Morgan's business when she should be focusing on her business. But of course, they're going to want her to turn on Liv Morgan in order for that to happen, but I would rather for her to do it while she's with Liv Morgan. But if Liv Morgan wants her around all the time, then that makes no sense, because I would rather for Raquel to get some matches against whoever is in the back, so that way she can get that championship gold. But they rather for her to focus on Liv Morgan, which is ridiculous. But I hope we get to see some matches between those two. But as of right now, this is just I guess you could say this is just the first week that everybody came back from the Netflix special. So hopefully next week we might see something, but we haven't got any announcements yet for any of them. But it is kind of sad that we haven't seen anything yet, but hope we get to see something next week. But as of right now, we just have to wait and see. But I am rooting for Raquel to get some type of match where we can get something, you know what I mean? And please go after Lyra for the title, please. Don't worry about the tag team titles. She'll get that later. But as of right now, I would like for you to go after that. That's what I hope for Raquel. And then hopefully when she wins that title, her stock goes up, and then people will start to notice her a little bit more than they ever did before. So I'm rooting for Raquel, and I can't wait for what her future is going to hold for her. Like I said, I hope that she get that championship. But I just hope that Liv Morgan doesn't hold her back too much. Matter of fact, don't hold her back at all, so that way she can go after that title. I understand Liv Morgan wants to get her title back, but I told you have to earn it. You have to earn it back, and you have to work for it. And that's the only way I can see it from her. And as for Dom goes, I mean, he's getting some matches, so that's good. But it's a shame that Dom is getting single matches, but Liv Morgan and Raquel can't. It's ridiculous to me, but I hope it changes soon. But shout out to like I said again, shout out to the Wrestling Classic. Y'all go subscribe to them, and y'all go check out that interview. And I'll make sure I'll put the link down below so that way you guys, in the blog, so that way you guys can see it. And also, if you want to follow Aaliyah on Instagram or Twitter, here's some screenshots for y'all right here. So if you want to see some hot and see some good and you feeling a little frizzy, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and pop yourself a Cody and check out her posts. But her Twitter and her Instagram is on front of the screen if you want to follow back. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? And by the way, I'm just going to let y'all know right now, if Raquel becomes Intercontinental Champion, y'all better put some respect on her name, man. Because like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, once Raquel becomes Intercontinental Champion, and I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart, if she becomes Intercontinental Champion and she prove all y'all haters wrong, y'all better put some respect on her freaking name. Okay? I'm gonna say it again. If Raquel become Intercontinental Champion, y'all better put some respect on her name. Cause just like the Wu-Tang Clan, Raquel ain't nothing to fuck with. Cause ain't nobody fucking with Raquel. Catch y'all in the next video, all right? I'm out.